Hey guys, this is Jamie Lola Tallulah, and I am here for the second half of my first coloring video for you, which is the Color Crazy collaboration. So definitely, like I said previously, check out the other ladies, and then I'm going to show you what's going on here. I will probably be doing a couple tutorials during my videos as well, so hopefully that will help some people. First, I want to go and add the one thing I did not show in my collection, that even though you have Copic markers and all these other things, you can still produce fabulously pretty stuff with your regular old Crayola crayons. So I have just your standard 24 pack. I have this winter chill pack. I actually have a metallic pack somewhere, but I just don't know where it is right now. I have your multicultural crayons. Yes, can you believe it? They have some multicultural crayons. What? And then, of course, I have this 64 pack, and this was from Fran. She gave this to me in 2015. So thank you, Fran. All right. So now I will say, although I use a variety of, Spectrum Noir pencils, Prismacolor. I actually use some regular Crayolas and all that kind of stuff. The one thing I do not do is use any other crayon but Crayola crayons when it comes to doing some coloring. Sometimes I'll do a rose art if I have it, but usually it's just Crayola. The quality is so much better, so I will say that. A crayon that's probably like my snobby excuse me, my snobby supply would be Crayola crayons. They're just so much easier to use. Okay, so I'm going to show you some images that I have. I don't know if everyone knows, but if you do not, I draw tons of digital images. Well, I draw tons of images and art and stuff forth, and then I go and make them digital images so that I don't have to keep drawing them. I can just print them out and resize them at any size. So I also have a shop. It's Tallulah Rouge, and it's over on Zibbit, and I'll put some kind of link here. It'll also be in the bottom. And I have, I think, over 100 now. If not that many, I know there's anywhere from 60 to 100 on there because I just make them and load them, and then I still have stuff I haven't even loaded. So I'm just going to go through some of those images because what I do is I'll print them off, and then I have all these pieces laying around. So here's this whole first stack I'm going to show you is mine, and all of these are available on my shop. So these, and this is what I like about digital images versus stamps. Since they're already digital, you can already resize them any way you want. Okay, I had some questions before. I have a regular HP printer. I don't use a LaserJet. And if you have digital images, you don't need to use a LaserJet. Now, you do have to be careful if you're going to do some watercoloring, but still, you can do it. Here's my little girl here, Pajama Girl. Most of the time, I print on 65-pound cardstock. Sometimes I'll do it on watercolor. It just depends on what I have going at the time. My kitty 9 lives, I love her. So these are all images that I want to do some coloring with. And like I said, they are all available in my shop. Stink Punk Dude. And it's funny because my new favorite is always the new one I make. It's crazy. I do love this one. There's that one. Okay, that one's not my image. This is one of my doodles. These take a very long time to make, but they're very relaxing. Here's a Mindy one I did. Here's a little mermaid, butterfly, Mr. Troll Guy. Some water ones. This little cowgirl, she cracks me up. And then Mardi Gras. Another steampunk girl. So if you have any of my digital images, I would love to see a VR response to these. That would be so awesome. If you have my digital images already, to do a response of VR using one of my digis too. This collaboration, I love her too. So there's that one. Little cupcake. Picky Princess is my favorite. She's the only one I've been able to draw twice and have it look the same. So there, I love Hippo. I mean, I do have my favorites. Okay. Death Becomes Her. I like to use her a lot. Frankie T. There are those. This one. I love her too. She's fabulous. Like I said, all these with this little detail, it takes forever to do them. Little praying girl. I love her. Little reindeer. This is one of my faves. There you go. And then here, what I did was I did a background. I made a digital paper background, and then I put my digital image in the paper background. So that was pretty fun. So I want to color her up too. And then I have some of these. I call my weird tots because they're kind of weird looking. I just love them. They have that Halloween look. So I have those that I want to work on. And then I have some other ones that I have stamped out from other people. So this one, and this is some Sherry Baldies, and some Three Bird Studios. I don't remember what this was, but there's some Prima Dolls, Saturated Canary, little stamps, some of the Verity Rose, Prima. You know I do love my Rory 20s. Oh gosh. Aren't these so cute? Bell and Whistles, I think that's what that is. This is some random one I had before. This little bunny. My Prehistoric Girl. That's one of my all-time favorites. This was a digi that I bought, which is fabulously gorgeous. These Kenny K's. I'm like, if that's not me, I don't know what. That's so bad. I wish I had that shape, but I don't. So these are just ones that I stamped out randomly, and they've been in my Need to Color box. So, and I love these stamps. These are, oh gosh, well, I can't even think of what the names are now. Somebody's out there screaming, I know what it is, I know what it is. Okay, so this is another one of mine. So it's in the wrong stack. Some Gorgeous Girls. These were some little digis that were free. Oh, so cute. And then some more Three Bird Studios. And then the little monkeys. You guys remember the monkeys I colored earlier last summer? And then these are some Scrapberries, which are fabulous. So those are some that I would like to get through, you know, color at least a couple more of those. I will show you some that I have previously colored. So I colored this one previously. There's this one. Frankie T's partially colored. That one. These are some. Okay. This one's another one of mine. This is my girl. Sherry Baldy. There's Frankie T. There's the flower girl. I told you I absolutely love her. Sleuth Girl. That's that free one. Okay. So those, Mimsy Mumsy. I love her. And then these are some that I have drawn. And I just pulled them out of this stack. So I'm going to have to digitize them. Go back and put them so I could put them on Digistats. Isn't he funny? That was my attempt at like a manga drawing. And then I have this one, which I love her because she is so funny. I don't know, something about the proportions of her just make me laugh. I love it. And then this one. So those are the ones that I'm going to draw, re-ink, and then put in. And then this is the one I colored for today's. So of course this is one of my digital images. I used some Spectrum Noirs, I used some of the Coloristas, and then some of the regular ones. I used a white gel pen to give some highlights. That's another way to get some highlights if you want to color everything in. Now as you can see, this has a lot of folding and stuff. So if you want to be precise and technical, then you know it's going to take you a while to color this digi up. However, you can get away with doing some little techniques here. So I did one color, a light color here. Okay, and you can see where I went back in with some darker colors, okay, for each of those. But not every single layer and fold is exactly, you know, perfect, because that would be annoying after a while, unless you're just sitting there in the coloring mood. So what you can do is you put that light color down, and then you go back in and put a darker color, definitely where you know it's going to be darker. So here, underneath that skirt, underneath that layer, all the way on the ends is going to be darker. All right, and then you can go back in and with touches of black or the very dark color. So this was a darker purple and black, and just kind of dot it around where you think it's going to be darker, and that kind of gives you that same look without having to do each little piece. Okay, then you can go back in and put those strands with white gel pen, or if you wanted a different color, not make it so bright. All right, so I even put some in her hair. And another tip for you is that when your digital images or your stamped images have very thin parts, but you still want to use a marker that is not a thin tipped. For example, here's a regular Spectrum Noir marker. This is the tip, on one side, and then of course you have the chisel tip on the other. Now you could use, sometimes I'll just use that very edge and dot it. Sometimes you can do that if it's wide enough. If not, what you can do is just take, instead of trying to color, take it and dot it. If you do it with a very light touch and dot it, it makes it a lot easier to get into those tiny spots when you do not have a very tiny marker of that color. Okay, so this has turned out to be a very long video. Definitely go check out the other ladies in the color collaboration. If you would head on over and you could check out my shop and see if there's any digital images you like. If you already own one of my digital images, I would love to see you do a VR video and then link your video down below. That would be awesome so I could see it. And then, you know, have a good day. Bye.